I'll do something a little different today. Let's talk about Wing Chun. What's up, y'all? My name is Prince and I'm an urban acolyte. This is my channel, Golden Bell Training, where I talk about nutrition, martial arts, strength and conditioning, and really how to become the baddest mofo in your dojo. So after work today, I was kind of being lazy and I was watching videos on Master Wong's channel. Now, I watch Master Wong as comedy, right? It's like comedy about martial arts. I don't go in expecting to learn something or have some profound insight, but today that actually happened. And that's on the subject of chasing hands. Now, this came up in a video where Master Wong was doing a Wing Chun workshop. One of the participants asked him, like, why does he say that chasing hands is bad? And Master Wong's initial answer was like, look, man, if you're chasing hands, the object is to go in for the kill. If you're chasing hands, you're just kind of playing around. Somebody might shoot in on you. They'll take you to the ground and they'll mount you and ground and pound you, and they beat you up. They kick your ass real bad, right? That's how Master Wong talks. It made me think back to a conversation that I had with my Kung Fu brother. Really the guy who, I'll put it like this, if it wasn't for that dude, y'all wouldn't be watching me right now. Like, he would be like the William Chung to my Bruce Lee, right? William Chung was the person who brought Bruce Lee to Ip Man. Of course, we know Wang Sheng Lung was the person who was actually teaching Bruce Wing Chun when he was studying with Grandmaster Ip, right? But William Chung was the person who brought Bruce Lee there. He takes credit, I made Bruce Lee, right? We can put a question mark with that. But with this guy, I don't say his name in video because he leads a very private life, but he was the person who really took me under his wing, worked with me a lot with Wing Chun when I was in the Navy, studying Wing Chun. And he's the one who introduced me to Taoism, Taoist meditation, Taoist Neigong, and he was the person who used Star Wars to help me understand all of the stuff that he was studying with his Taoist master, and all this stuff in the world of martial arts. You know, he was the one that told me what books I should check out, all of that. So we were having a conversation probably a year, or maybe, I think it was a year. No, I'd only been back home for a few months, right? I started studying Southern Praying Mantis, and I don't want to say anything bad about my Mantis teacher, but he did not talk. He talked very negatively about Wing Chun. I'm just throwing it out there. I ended up meeting another person who wanted to study Wing Chun, and we had both passed through this school at different points in time. We had the same exchange. Like, yeah, that dude really like hates Wing Chun. Actually, I'll say this. He told me that there was one lineage of Wing Chun that he liked. That was the Emin Bo Step flavor of Wing Chun. And Emin Bo Step is a Turkish guy. He's known as the guy who beat up William Chung at a Wing Chun workshop or seminar. He was a student of not Wang Sheng Lung.
This is Leung Ting, the brains behind the leading brand of Wing Chun, called cleverly Wing Chun.
There's another really famous Wing Chun guy. He was known as like the best fighter or something. He ended up starting his own association. He changed the name because some people think that like Ip kind of made this guy not his successor, but he named him as like the top dog after, before he stepped down and retired and died, right? I don't know why I can't think of this guy's name, but Emin Bo Step came from his lineage, and this guy's actually had a lot of pretty famous students. Like one of his students is a German guy who, like, I've been wanting to do a video on him, like, and call it like this guy has the most complete Wing Chun system in the world. And then I was really going to do it to troll all the Wing Chun people, because It's like he studied like all these different lineages of Wing Chun. He has the largest Wing Chun organization in Europe. I think he has, it's either 70 schools or 700. I think it's 70 schools under him all over Germany and other parts of Europe. And he went to try to figure out how to complete his Wing Chun, like his martial art. And he ended up studying Ili Chin. And now he's like one of my Sifu students. He's an old dude. He's like in his 70s, so he's not some young dude, right? But anyway, that's a huge tangent. My point is, I was talking about chasing hands and I ended up telling y'all the story. I'm gonna leave that in this video. I'm not gonna edit that out. My big brother told me that, look, like chasing hands is not true Wing Chun. It's not true Wing Chun, right? If you're going in chasing hands, like how is that sticking to the philosophy? Look, I stop your attack by crushing your windpipe, right? And this guy, the Wing Chun teacher, I cannot think of his name to save my life. And I can see his face, but he has an interview, I think on like Mind, Body, and Kick-Ass Moves, that old show with Chris Crudelli. He was on there and he was like, look, you know, the whole goal of Wing Chun is somebody's coming at you, you hit the power switch, right? Boom, I hit you in the nose, I knock out your lights, end of fight.
You put your finger in?
I turn the switch off.
That's it. Where is the switch? This is the switch. I hit your head, you cannot hit me.
Right? Chasing hands is not, that looks good in the movies. That's movie Wing Chun. You know, if we're doing Prodigal Son, we're doing, you know, Ip Man with the Donnie Yen movies or the young Ip Man movies, the Grandmaster, the artistic, like that stuff looks good in the movies. If you're Jason Bourne, well, actually Jason Bourne had a lot of Kali, right? But Kali and Eskrima have some similarities to Wing Chun. What's another movie Wing Chun is in? The Sherlock Holmes movies, right? With Iron Man, right? He fell in love with Wing Chun. He had to study Wing Chun for that role, right? That looks good in the movies. That is not real Wing Chun. You say, Prince, well, what about the trapping? The trapping is to take someone to the ground, right? There's a story about my Sifu Renee Ong, my Wing Chun teacher, where I don't know if he was teaching a workshop, a seminar, or what, but there was a guy, and Renee is a little Chinese dude from Macau. He's not much bigger than me. I probably outweigh him by 30 pounds, 30 or 40 pounds now. I'm 190, right? So he's a slim dude. And some dude twice his size, he just took him like one arm and just slung that dude to the ground, right? Big bodybuilder looking mofo, right? Now, is that because he has some special chi powers? No, I mean, it's real Wing Chun's all based on leverage and attacking your opponent's weak point. I will say this, now that I'm not, you know, because I'm not in California and I'm doing Ili Chin, I listened to Sifu Renee give a talk at a workshop that he held, the big workshop with like all his students in different schools under him out in San Diego. And it was interesting that I heard him talk about yin and yang, the way we talk about yin and yang in Ili Chin, right? Using the front, the Ming Min and the Dan Tien, right? Now, I never heard anyone talk about Wing Chun in that way ever. And Sifu Renee says that there's one thing in Wing Chun that he's changed from what was taught to Grandmaster Ho by Ip Man and what was handed down to him. And that was that it's a move in the dummy form. So that makes me think that if Renee's talking that way about Wing Chun, the Ip Man was teaching internal aspects of Wing Chun that aren't being taught now, right? That's another tangent, but you know what? If you're training the internal art, then you're developing in what we call in Ili Chin the feel, right? The touch, the one. Man, I gotta get back to my study guide and get up on my books because I can't remember. One suchness feel, right? One suchness. This is something that can only be attained through the meditation, through the self practice, and then the partner drills. Understanding that feel, that touch. When you touch someone and you can feel where they are and where they are not. And please do not twist this. I'm not talking about energetic, mystical bullshit. Because you guys, some of you have been going there and nothing is there. It's just like the air I'm breathing, and I can smell that there's freshly cut grass, right? This is my neighborhood where I grew up, was born and raised, right? Even though I've been all over the world in the military and lived in New Jersey, lived in Newark for a year, and lived in the ATL for two years. Yeah, I lived in Atlanta 3 years. Lived in the ATL for 3 years, right? But I will always remember the smell of freshly cut grass in my neighborhood. And I always can smell when it's gonna rain here, because I have growing up breathing this air for almost on and off for almost 40 years, right? And you guys, some of you, hey man, black don't crack. Y'all probably didn't know I'm almost 40. Turn 39 next month. Young and look good, huh? Yeah. Take care of yourself. Meditate, drink water, eat a plant-strong diet. Right, but and do your kung fu, lift your kettlebells, right? But anyway, my point is, right, from paying attention, doing this day in, day out, that is how I can sense that. Freshly cut grass. I think we might get some rain soon, right? That is how you develop the feel, right? Developing the feel in Wing Chun, that is the goal. Where is this person? Where are they strong? Where are they weak? I want to attack that weakness. I want to strike first. I want to strike fast. I want to strike hard. It's not boom, 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 chain punches, because you can't even chain punch somebody 8 times in a second in the face. You're going to break your goddamn hand, right? The point is to get in close. You trap them. You take them to the ground. That 1-inch punch, that's where that comes in. It's a 1-inch strike, or really, when you really have true internal power. And I'm not talking about magic. I'm just talking about being able to transfer force over a short range. It's a no-inch punch. We have that in Ili Chin. True Tai Chi has that. Real Wing Chun has that. A no-inch punch. When you're right up against somebody, boom, right? And you slap that organ, there's a move in the Selim Tao, something like this, and then boom, right? And if you're in close and you got somebody tied up, and then boom, you go in and strike, that's a shot to the kidney, right? That's a shot to the kidney that's gonna force the toxins back up into their bloodstream, and they're going fucking down, right? They are going the fuck down. That fight is over, right? You hit them in the gut with that, right? They're puking, hopefully not on you. Fight over. That is real Wing Chun. You strike hard, you strike fast, you get in close, boom, you tie them up, or you just strike, boom. Right? Don't even tie them up. That's the end of the confrontation. Real Wing Chun, real Tai Chi, real Ili Chin, real Kung Fu is when people don't even know there was a fight. They say, hey man, fuck you. Hey man, I was looking at the guy and he was talking to the other guy. He say, hey, fuck you. They got close and I don't know what happened. It looked like the guy like sneezed or something. That other guy went down and the one guy was like, please don't hurt me. I don't want any trouble. I don't want to fight. Right? Because I'm looking at a cop car right over there, right? And if somebody, walked up, from the sidewalk, back here starts messing with me, and these guys over here playing soccer see that, and I wind up and like Bruce Lee, and kick the fuck out of him. And that cop getting out of his car, what does he see? He sees this guy walked up, approached me. I kicked the fuck out of him. Now I'm the aggressor. I'm going to fucking jail. Right? But if they just see this guy walked up on me, nobody knows what happened. I don't know what happened, man. He said there's something wrong. He said he's having chest pains or something. Somebody please send help. Well, now they don't know what happened. We had words. This guy started having convulsions and pains, and I'm calling 911 to get him help. And now I go home and eat my beans and rice and upload my video to YouTube and go to work the next day, and maybe I'm a hero, but I'm not going to jail. I'm not in any trouble, and nobody knows that I just unleashed a beast and fucked this guy up. But if I'm chasing hands, people see that, and that's not real Wing Chun. And I'm a little dude. If I'm chasing hands and trying to tie somebody up, hey man, that might give him time to call his homeboys, and hey man, he might be friends with all all these Latino cats behind me playing soccer. They might hop the fence and kick the fuck out of me, right? I'm not Neo from the Matrix. I can't fight 100 Smiths. Shit, I might not even be able to fight 2 of them. I ain't got that kind of cardio anymore. I don't run track anymore. Them days long gone. So you guys get what I'm saying? Like, real Wing Chun, strike hard, strike fast, be first, and it's all about awareness, right? So when you train your Selim Dao, you need to train it like Tai Chi, right? You need to get down, spend some time on that Zafu, do your meditation, expand your awareness, and train smart. And remember that all this rolling stuff and tying people up and the sticky hands, that's training sensitivity. That's training. That's not real fighting. It's training. All this machine gun punches, that's for the movies. That's not for a real fight, dog. That will get your ass kicked in the streets, man. I'm telling you. Unless you tied them up, took them to the ground, and now you're the one who's mounting and grounding and pounding. But remember what I said. You mount somebody, you ground and pound, you might be getting your ass pounded in jail, in prison, because you are going to be the one seen as the aggressor. So just be smart, y'all. That's all I really got to say. Be smart. Be smart. If you going to put up your dukes and you going to fight somebody, be smart about it.